Hey everyone, welcome back to Reignited. On our last episode, you saw us take our 2011 F-250. We pulled the cab on this thing. We started to do the teardown of the engine. In this episode, we're going to continue on with our teardown because I believe there's major internal damage with this engine. So we're going to continue pulling everything apart. And by the end of this episode, we'll find out exactly what's wrong. Stay with me. All right, so I pulled most of the accessories off of the front. I think the crank pulley is the last one to come off of there. Timing cover, I'm going to leave it on for the time being. But on the valve covers, you can see I took the EGR cooler off of there. All the upper intake is off. I think it's about time to start pulling all the turbo assembly out of there. So turbo assembly is going to come out, and then both the head covers are going to come off, and then the cylinder heads themselves. And we'll be able to take an inspection of the cylinder bores to see if there is any scoring in the bores themselves, or if we're looking at a lower bearing issue, because this thing just barely turns over, even with the all the injectors removed, so there's no compression in there. This thing, I can't even crank it over with a giant breaker bar on the pulley. So definitely something keeping this motor from spinning over. All right, so let's get a closer look here. It looks like the engine was definitely sitting for kind of a while. And I mean, the camera kind of makes it look a little bit worse than it is. It's not that bad, but more importantly, I think we'll need to go ahead and pull the other side, because cylinder 7 was the one that was registering a misfire. So let's go ahead and pull the other cylinder head and take a look at the block on that side. So I had a brief moment of hope there as I pulled off the cylinder heads and inspected the cylinder bores. It was obvious that the engine had been sitting for quite some time. There was really light rust buildup on some of the cylinder bores, so it's been sitting for months, it seems like. And I was thinking, well, there's a possibility that maybe just that buildup of material in the cylinder bores is what's causing it to be hard to turn over. So I went ahead and ran it through a cycle, and it kind of felt halfway decent. I was like, okay, not bad. So I went ahead and took my 3-stone hone, and I did a quick run through on a couple of the worst cylinders, and then cranked it over, and sure enough, it came to a hard stop again. So there's definitely something going on the bottom end. So now I need to actually remove the short block and start tearing it down. was a bit of an endeavor, but we finally got the engine out and on the bench. Now, my engine stand is not rated for anywhere close to what the size of this engine is. I didn't even want to chance it, so I went ahead and put this thing on the bench using the cherry picker to help support it. It's gonna have to do for what we're doing. Anyway, starting to tear this thing down. You saw me take the oil pan off. So the lower oil pan is chock full of goodies, okay? It's not good. Looks like some bearing material there has completely come apart. I don't see any major chunks though. And so the good news here is that everything that I'm seeing points to an oiling failure, like the bearings got wiped out somehow. So all the other components actually seem to be in really nice shape. I'm not seeing any physical damage. So we might be able to save this whole engine and just replace some components on here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and pull the main caps off and look at those bearings and see if those are the ones that failed or if it was in fact the rod bearings that failed. So the rod caps, or the main bearing caps appear to be in okay shape. I'm not seeing any problems with those. Definitely the main bearing itself has slipped. It's pushed forward into the oil pump drive gear. So I'm not sure what happened there. You can see the bearing is spun and it's also moved forward about 1/4 of an inch. On this one it's spun as well. This one it's spun and really tore it up pretty good. Same with this one, you can see it started to spin there. And the real issue is that on the main bearing cap itself, it actually chamfered the end of it. So if you tried to slap new bearings in there, it would just fall right out. So these caps are done for. Short block is done for. Time for a new engine. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to save this thing. We are going to need a new short block, which that's really a bummer. I was hoping to avoid that, but it is what it is. Nothing else you can do. On the bright side of things, at least I was validated that I believed it was a bottom end bearing issue, and sure enough, that's exactly what we're seeing here. So next step, we're gonna get ourselves either a short block or a long block, slap this thing in, put it back together, and we'll be done. That's our next step, so you'll see it next time here on Reignited. Thanks for watching.